Hey, alrighty, Tony here, Random Adventures 2.0. I'll tell you what, let me get out and I'll tell you what we're doing. Alrighty, so here we are. So we're tucked in. What are we doing? Well, if you remember on Mail Monday, someone went onto the wish list, and that someone is Darlene Good. All right. So Darlene Good went to the wish list on Amazon for Random Adventures 2.0 wish list and ordered a mattress and also a cover for the back of the car. So that we could start doing a whole new thing, which is car camping. So this is our maiden voyage. Not quite sure how it's all going to set up, so bear with me and let's get going. All right. Okay, here we go. All right, so we got two things. We've got the car cover for the hatch. We're gonna do that, I believe, second. What I wanna do is kind of get this opened up a little bit, get the seats down, and in this bag, I've got the mattress. So we're gonna go ahead and get that set up, and I think we're gonna do that first. So on a Subaru's, right here is a latch to put the seats down. Isn't that so cool? And we'll get the other side. Boom. There we go. Man, we got a lot of room right there. So the first thing we want to do is go ahead and get our mattress out and then get the pump so we can pump it up. Alrighty, so we've got our air pump. So this is our 12-volt air pump. So get that out. So I looked at this a little bit the other night, and I'm just going to dump it out here. So I don't know if I'm going to get it squeezed back into this tight of a ball again, but yeah, let's get this rolled out. All right. Okay, so in here, it looks like we've got a carrying bag. Okay, so I didn't have to get a carrying bag. Like I said, this is my first time opening this. This looks like this is a pillow. All right, so we've got two pillows. We're gonna lay that to the side. All right, so I am not sure how this goes, but it looks like, okay. So this looks like it's the back. Yeah. So yeah, I think I got this laid out here right. I'll tell you what, rather than you watch me struggle with this for the very first time, how about I go ahead and get it set up, blown up, and then I'll bring you back on and I'll show you how it all laid out. All right, here we go. All right, so we got that all blown up. So on the bottom here, there's 6 of these, one for each pillow, one for each where your body would lay, and then several borders around the edges. Alrighty, so here we are. I am laying in the back of the Subaru on this mattress. Actually, that went together very easily. So no issues, no problems. Fits nice. There was one extra piece that goes down in between the front seats and the back here. I inflated it and then I actually deflated it because I'm not going to need that. So but I tell you what, I would probably, if we're gonna be car camping somewhere, now that I know it takes about I think if I get efficient at it, about 15 minutes, but you got the sound of the pump. So I would probably have this already filled before I got to my spot. All right, the only thing we got to do now is figure out how to set up the back with the other part. All right, let's get going. All right, this is the next part that we're going to do. I don't know how to pronounce this. Maybe Hasiki. I don't know. But This is the canopy part that we're gonna put over the top of the car, over the hatch. It's gonna allow us to sleep with the hatch open. It's got a screen and it also a flap that comes out like a little tarp. All right, so I think I'm gonna put you on hyper mode, so because I don't know how long this is gonna take, and I think that it's gonna be a little bit of a learning curve on this one. Alrighty, here we go. Just get this awning tied up. Wow, that actually went way better than I thought. Man, that went together really, really good. All right, so we've got our awning. Usually you wouldn't run it out like I did. It would normally, you would maybe run it down more to the ground. You might not ever have trees close by. I've got a couple of branches, and I just kind of use those because I want it out a little bit. I'm gonna get my chair set up, but you can see I've got the screen unzipped. So yeah, it looks like I can tie this screen right up there if I wanted to. I might do that, but I think I wanna probably zip it up a little bit. There is no bugs, it's too cold for bugs. So I'm just gonna zip this up. Alrighty. So let me show you a closer up. All right, so here we have the screen so you can see the mattress in there. Yeah, so the screen's all zipped up. And I'll tell you what, that fit really, really good. So this is the smaller of the two. So there's one for, I guess, larger SUVs. And this is the smaller one. So the one is $79, and I believe this one was $69. So $10 cheaper, but it's also for smaller SUVs. Now mine is a Subaru Outback, so this is the smaller one, and it fit great. Yes, it did. So that's in the Amazon storefront as well. So yeah, this is really, really good. Huh. So I did, it has these bungee cords you just attach to the wheels. And I got that one attached to the door handle. So I'm thinking if it does rain, because you have the hatch open, you know, we're going to be protected. You know, any rain that gets on the roof anyhow would run down the side rails. So yeah, I've got it attached to the wheels here. Now there is 3 that attach on the bottom under the bumper. So I've got those 3 down under there, and that's when I had to get on the ground and get underneath to do that. But yeah, look at that. Nice. All right, let me get my camp chair and also my Trekology table out because, hey, I'm getting hungry. Alrighty. So we've got our camp chair all set up, as well as the Trekology table. So I am gonna venture out a little bit, and we're gonna explore the spot here and see what we can find. All right. Not too far from camp. I just walked over. There's some cement pillars. I don't know what was here at one time. Maybe it was a fire tower, because we are on top of a mountain. So I believe these would have been probably most likely to a fire tower at one time. Kind of like when we did the 2 cell towers up on the mountain, there was those cement pillars there as well. And I believe that would be to a fire tower. All right, so let's keep walking around. So we do have the road right here, so it's pretty loud. Yeah, so we're gonna have traffic all night, but the sun's going down soon. I'll walk over this way. Now what I'm looking for, there's a lot of white paint on these trees. What I'm looking for is a white pine. I'll tell you why here in a minute. So yeah, here's a white pine here. So this is an eastern white pine. I've been seeing, like, I guess you call them like jack pines, a lot of hemlock and stuff, but I wanted to find an eastern white pine. that is probably one of the most popular white pines for making a tea. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest some needles, because guess what? We're going to make some white pine tea. Very high in vitamin C. Actually, it's, I believe, 3 times more vitamin C than an orange. All right, and it's that time of year, it's fall, so let's get some pine needles. All righty. So I am not going to like strip these off. I'm just going to take some from each, from several branches. That way we keep the branch nice and healthy, but you just kind of pluck them off there. So you can see the sheath here. Eastern white pine has multiple needles. Okay, so this one has 4 long needles. So this is, I like to call this a long needle pine, but it's actually an Eastern white pine. So I think we've got enough to make our tea. So let's get back to camp and get cooking. Alrighty, so we got our pine needles. I'll set these up here, out of the way. Lay our pine needles down there, get our backpack off the chair, and let's sit down at our table and get our cooking stuff out. All right, so we're gonna have a really awesome, I believe, menu tonight. So I've got a couple things planned, and I am gonna work on getting all my food ready, and then I will bring you back on in a minute. Alrighty, so I'm getting all my stuff out. I've got it all out. So I want to, first things first, is get some water boiling in our fire maple kettle. So this is the fire maple kettle. This is on Amazon storefront too. Anything that you see me using is on our storefront. So I want to get that water going, and then we will start making dinner. So we want to get enough for our tea. So now we're going to boil this, but when we go to put the tea in, we're going to get that cut up, which we might go ahead and do that now, I think. But let me get that water on and boiling. All right, let's get our kettle set down on top of there, and there we go. Get that steeping. All right, so we got our white pine needles. So we're just gonna lay them there, and we're gonna get those cut up. We got our knife that Alpine Warrior had given us, sent to us on Mail Monday. So get that, and we're just gonna chop these up a little bit, get them a little finer. Get more surface area that's cut so that we can, oh man, that knife is sharp. So we want to get more surface area, and then we're going to place those right into this little tea basket. So let me get them put in there, and then we'll have it all ready for our tea. So just sweeping those in there. So this is that basket. If I get a couple needles in the tea, it's no problem. So that's all ready. So almost boiling. So I brought along this is a small mason jar. I've got a couple packets of honey in here. The reason I brought a glass jar is because I want to steep our tea right in here, because I want you to be able to see it, all right? I want to see it too, right? So I'm going to take the honey out and lay those to the side, because I am going to put some honey in there. Yeah. So we'll just place our pine needles right down in there with that basket, and then we will just pour our hot water. It's not a rolling boil. Alrighty, that should be enough. So we will let our long needle pine just kind of steep in that hot water, and it will be ready to drink after a bit. So I'm just going to put the lid on there just to retain some of the heat, and we'll just set that aside. You might think I'm weird, but this is the pocket from cargo pants. I had outgrown a pair of cargo pants. They were too big, they got worn out, but the pockets were still good. So what I did is I cut the pockets out so that I have a little pouch. So in here, this is what I keep some of my stuff in. But this is some olive oil. Well, actually avocado oil. I'll throw some pictures up here as I'm showing you what I got. So this is avocado oil. So we're gonna need that. I do have a red pepper. So I got a nice red pepper. So maybe you can guess what we're having as I pull things out. Kind of keep you guessing. I don't want to tell you right away. Because I was just coming up with this on my own. But onion. So we got a white onion. Or I guess that's not a white onion. It's a yellow onion. Yeah. So that's all I got in here. So what do we got next? So we have rice. All right. So this is that 1 minute rice. Like I said, I'll put pictures up here. But this is the 1 minute rice. I don't know if I have a picture of this. I'm not sure. All right. So 1 minute rice. We're going to need that. And the star attraction. So I went to the store and I got chicken. All right. One of the rotisserie chickens. So I went and I peeled it all off yesterday. Miss 2.0 took some for lunch, which she's working tonight. So I have, this is the chicken all ready to go. And this time of year, I feel more comfortable bringing this along without a refrigerator. So now that I'm car camping, I'll tell you what, there is a refrigerator I've got my eye on. So yes, this is a plain Greek yogurt. All right, so we got a plain Greek yogurt. Like I said, I'm just gonna keep putting stuff out. I got one more thing in here. I think it's in here. Let's see. Alrighty, here it is. So I was looking for this. We have a cucumber, or at least a part of a cucumber. All right, so I'll lay that out there, and then we have some feta cheese crumbles. All right, you're getting an idea. You're getting an idea. So, and then we've got these Greek style pitas. All right, so Greek style pitas, picture. All right, and one last thing, we're gonna top it off with some Taco Bell Baja. I've never had this. I heard it's really good. So we're going to put that on. So, hey, we got to get cooking. So we are going to use our fire maple skillet. This is a non-stick skillet. But first things first. Oh, look at all these leaves coming down. It's fall. First things first, let's get all of our stuff cut up. Alrighty. So I am not very good with my stroke hand yet, so I'm being very careful. But one nice thing is this is a very, very sharp knife. So that is a good thing. So we'll get all this peeled off. All right. I am not going to use this whole onion, so I'm going to go ahead and just cut this off a little bit. Nice. And then just make some strips. Oh, that's like butter. Oh man, this knife really, really cuts nice. Very good. Now, usually I go around and I get the seeds out, but I only want a little bit of red pepper here. So I'm just gonna kind of get that chopped off there, and then we're gonna cut this into strips as well. So yeah, very, very sharp knife. Very good. Very, very good. All right. Now, the cucumber we're not going to put in it or in the frying pan, but while I'm cutting, I might as well cut up some cucumber. All right, we got enough cucumbers. Actually, we got more than enough cucumbers, so we will lay those to the side as well. All right. Okay, I think I'm done with the knife cutting, so we're going to get that knife put away. Okay, here we go. So let's get our table set up a little here. Get our cutting board moved over. So let's get our stove fired back up again. Okay, so we've got our pan. So the first thing that we're gonna do is, let's get our pan on here, and we are gonna heat up our oil and saute our red peppers and our onions. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of that avocado oil on there so we can saute up our onions and our red peppers. Get the lid back on there. So I'm going to get that, give these a sweep right into there. Get those back on. All right. So we'll begin the sauteing process. So I want to go ahead and add in some of our GPS, and if you guys know what that is, that's garlic, pepper, and salt. Now that's a special mixture, that's a 2.0 mixture, but if you see inside of here, I don't have rice. I don't know if you can see it or not, but inside there is one of those moisture absorbers out of a pill container. So I always put one of those in my GPS, keeps it from clumping together and keeps all the moisture out. All right, give that a stir. Ooh, that's smelling good, 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 good. So we're gonna saute this down, and then we'll go ahead and we will add our chicken. Yeah, you can see they're sauteing up nice. So in a little bit, we'll go ahead and add our chicken. All right, so I think it's about time to go ahead and add our chicken. I'm just gonna dump the whole bunch of it in there. All right. So all as we're doing now is we're just gonna bring our chicken up to temp. It was pretty cold. It's already cooked. Like I said, it was one of those rotisserie chickens. Right. I think we're almost there. All right, so one of the things we got to do yet is we got to add our rice. So now that we got our rice in there, I'm just going to add a little bit of water just to help steam that rice a little bit and get that stirred around. Okay. We're going to be eating soon, real soon. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to take one of our pitas and just place that right on top to kind of help steam that rice a little bit. Alrighty, so that really softened up that pita nice. We're going to get our burner turned off here and set that aside. Get that put down here, grab our pita. Now I've got the vanilla, or not vanilla, it's actually plain yogurt. So we got plain Greek yogurt to put in with our mixture, but we're gonna throw that on top. Like, I just stir it up a little bit. All right, so we're gonna take our pita and we're gonna grab some some red peppers, onions, chicken. All right, so we'll put that on there. All right, that's nice. This is smelling good. Oh my gosh, this is really smelling good. All right, I think this 2.0 is going to like this recipe. Yeah, let's get a red pepper on there. So then I am going to take, let's see, get our, now this is the feta cheese. So we got our feta cheese crumbles. So I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some of that on there. Oh, sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Yep. All right. So then we're going to take, you know what? Next, I think we're going to put some of our Greek plain yogurt on there. All right. Nice. Look at that. That's just looking amazing. So then we want to take some of our cucumbers. Yep. And we're just going to place those cucumbers. Oh, got some on my thumb. Put some cucumbers down in there. Oh, my mouth's watering. Yeah. So get cucumbers. Now, it is getting cold out. It's supposed to get down to 31 degrees tonight. And I'll tell you what, now that that sun's down behind the mountain, it's getting chilly fast. All right, so we got that. Now we need our Baja sauce. I don't know if I'm forgetting anything. I don't think so. I don't think so. All right, so get that on here. Give that a squirt. Okay. There we go. Oh my, boy, that's really bright. All right, oh, look at that. Doesn't that look good? All right, here we go. I'm going to give it a try. Wow. Oh, you've got to try this one. You have got to try this one. All righty. You can hear the cucumbers crunching. So you got the cucumber. You could probably do this without the rice too. I'm sure. But that Baja sauce is good. That is really good. All right. I'm going to go ahead and finish this, and I'll bring you on in a bit. Yum. All right. So I am finishing this up. I ate all the pitas, so I'm just eating what's left in the pan. Oh, this stuff is good, good. So give this recipe a try. This has got the 2.0 approval, so hopefully you'll enjoy it as well. Alrighty, so getting all of our stuff put away, getting ready for dessert, but I gotta wait for a minute. But this is the tea, all right? So this is the tea we were steeping, our white needle Eastern white pine tea. I'm not going to put any honey in it. Oh, wow, you can really smell the pine, the terpenes that are in there. Yeah. Oh, that's really good. So high in vitamin C, 3 times more than an orange, like I was saying earlier. Yeah, this is good to drink every day. But look it up on YouTube, making this tea. I mean, I did it, but go into a lot more research because you can drink spruce, hemlock. There's a whole bunch of pines that you can drink. However, there are ones that you cannot. All right, so like cypress or yew, Y-E-W. Those are toxic. All right, so make sure you know what you're looking for and Once you do, there you go. Very good. All right, so this is dessert. So it is in a red bag. You know, I'm having trouble finding them crunch cakes. Fortunately, I almost put a lock on this because I went to Walmart 2 days in a row and they were out. Fortunately, I had a couple in reserve hidden. So let me show you what we're gonna have, all right, for dessert. Alrighty, so what are we having for dessert? So we're gonna have to get this fired back up again. So we'll do that in a second, but all right, so here's the idea. So I got mounds, so not Almond Joy, but mounds are very similar, but they are just the chocolate and coconut, all right? So we got that. Then we've brought along our powdered milk, our condensed milk. So we're gonna add that, a little bit of water to that and the mounds. We're gonna melt that in our cup. And then we are gonna drop a Louisiana crunch cake on top of that. So whole new recipe. We're going with chocolate, we're going with coconut, all in a cup. All right, here we go. All right, so to this, we're gonna put some of our powdered milk in there. All right, and then we're gonna add some water. So you can see that condensed milk down in there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and set that on our stove. Now we're gonna take a mound. So this is one of the mounds. All right, let's just crack it open. So all that coconut, and we're gonna just drop that right in our cup, and we're gonna let that start to melt in there. So this is that mound in there. I'm just stirring that around, getting it to melt. So that is that chocolate and coconut melting up pretty good. And we got the condensed milk or powdered milk in there as well. Get that stirred around. All right, I think that's pretty good. So this is the Louisiana crunch cake. We're gonna drop that right down in. All right, let that soak up some of that moisture from that milk. All right. All right. So let's give that a turn down. Want that on really low. We're gonna put our top on and just let that simmer for a second, maybe about a minute and a half. Man, that smells good. Yeah, I'll get a spoonful. Now that's got that chocolate and everything on there. Oh, look at that. That's got that coconut, it's got chocolate. Oh man, I'm getting cold. That is really, really good. The Louisiana crunch cake already tastes like coconut and a little bit of lemon. So when you put the mound in there, you get the extra coconut, but you also get dark chocolate. And that is tasting really, really good. Yeah, that's good. All right, I'm gonna enjoy this and get cleaned up, finish my tea, and then I think I'm getting ready to climb in the hammock into the car. Alrighty, we'll talk to you in a bit. All right, I'm all back in the back end of the Subaru. So laying on that mattress, man, this thing is comfortable. It definitely is. I love hanging in the hammock since I started hanging in a hammock, but I'll tell you what, this is a nice alternative. Like I said, it's going to put make me a little bit more mobile to do some different kind of camping too. So like I said, this is our maiden voyage. Oh, and guess who snuck along? Camp Hat did. So I actually got the Camp Hat. He's down there. Well, let me grab him here quick. All right, get it off that red light too. I think we're pretty good. There's some cars going on the road, but I think we're all right. But yeah, I was thinking about Camp Hat, and I actually forgot I put it in the bag in my backpack, and here it is. I couldn't make this voyage maiden journey without Camp Hat, right? So even though I did retire it, I said every once in a while it's going to come along with us. And what better of a time than to come along on this maiden journey, maiden voyage of the Subaru Outback car camping. All right, so I'm going to put this one down for a little bit. My new hat, and put the old one back on. Like I said, this hat's been part of the channel since the beginning, and whenever we do something epic like something new, this hat will be coming along. All right, well, it's going to be lights out, and we will talk to you later. If anything happens throughout the night, I'll be sure to bring you on. If not, you have a good night, and we'll see you in the morning. All righty. I don't know what that is. Maybe going to an accident or a fire. But yeah, I heard the alarm go off. And yeah, so I got out of bed, came out, and then I just saw that fire truck go by. I don't know. I heard that firehouse siren go off, so I got out of bed. I got out of the back of the Subaru and went out and stood for a minute, and then I saw the fire trucks go by. So I don't know where they were headed, but anyhow, it's quiet again. I climbed back in, but while I was out there, I took these couple pictures. Yeah, so you can see the stars and stuff. So it's a clear night. It's gonna get down to 31. I believe it's I just looked a little while ago, it's 34 degrees right now, so it's chilly, but I'm nice and warm in the back of the thing. And plus I've got the debut jacket on, so I've got that. I have the gloves along, but I don't have them. I'm not wearing them right now. I don't really need them. All right, talk to you soon. Alrighty. So just a real quick update. It's in less than a minute, it'll be 3 o'clock in the morning. It looks like it's 32 degrees, and it's going to get down to 30 degrees at 8 a.m. We should be getting up between 7 and 8 for our coffee. But then it looks like it steadily warms up, so I'm looking forward to that. My toes are a bit cold. All right, we'll see ya. Alrighty. So, what an amazing time we had last night. So our car camp is right back there, Now, if you're wondering, I've got that auto centering on the phone, so that's why it's tracking me, right? So, hey, all right, a little too much fun in the morning, right? So I got my coffee, enjoying the sunrise. Man, what an awesome time we had for our very first ever car camp. I think that was great. So the Subaru Outback, very nice, very comfortable. Now, having the hatch open and it being 31 degrees, my toes did get a little cold. So I've got to look at maybe investing in a sleeping bag. There's one I'm looking at. It's on my wish list. But right now, with this disability not coming in any longer, I don't have the funds to do that. So, hey, I hope you had a great time. I want to say thank you very much for coming along. And remember, it's just one adventure at a time, and we will see you on the next random adventure. Alrighty, you know what's next. Tony 2.0 out. All right, we'll see ya.